gusta la presión también.
Al estilo de Martín.
Que les guste y que disfruten de él.
Rail Club Deportivo La Coruña is one of the 9 teams to have won the Spanish League of 62 that have competed for it over the course of the competition's history. Furthermore, the club has also won 2 Copas del Rey and 3 Spanish Super Cups. The city they call home, La Coruña, is considered the fashion capital of Spain, home to the world's biggest textile group, including the flagship brand Zara. Other reasons for tourists to visit include the stunning countryside and the exceptional quality of the local cuisine. Situated in the northwest of Spain with a population of just over 215,000, it's the second richest region in Galicia and the area's most important business hub. The airport is 14 kilometers from Riazor Stadium. La Coruña also boasts a train station, as well as an international bus station. From the city, you can reach Riazor Stadium by bus, or alternatively, it's a 30-minute walk. La Coruña has an extensive network of hotels. The most notable hotel for the city's various events is the Maria Pita. It's located on the seafront, 1.6 kilometers from the Estadio Riazor. It boasts fantastic views and is just a 10-minute walk from the city centre. Rooms start from €60 a night. For a similar price, the Trip Coruña is located 3.4 kilometers from the stadium. It's a modern hotel with rooms starting from €60 a night. The cheapest option is the Hotel Nogayas, just 180 meters from the Riazor, with rooms from €35 a night.
If you're not familiar with La Coruña, you're all invited to come and visit. You'll be pleasantly surprised by the city, by its monuments, but above all by its people. Also by the food in La Coruña, the atmosphere and the way of life of this Atlantic city. And one of those ways of life is Depor. There's a lot of life on the streets here, despite it being a northern city. People are out in the streets and in their neighborhood, going for drinks and tapas. So it's a city to see, but also to experience.
Well, friends, here we are in the 47 hectares that surround the Hercules Tower Lighthouse. It is the iconic monument in the city and, of course, a World Heritage Site where you can enjoy guided tours. In a city as special as La Coruña, the guided tours have to be special as well. So the guide that we have brought back to explain Hercules' tower is none other than the father of Celtic mythology, Breogan. My name is Breogan, and according to the legend of the Atlantic nations, I am the father of the 7 Celtic nations. Here is where everything began. Legend states this was a city of giants. Giants like the great Arsenio, Fran, Bebeto, Mauro Silva, Chacho, like the great Luis Otero and Acuña. Their memories lie forever immortalized in the echoes of Riazor. Classic mythology states that Hercules' 10th labour saw him arrive at the sunset at the end of the world on the coast of Death. And after defeating the giant Herion, he ordered him to be buried and a tower to be erected on the Tower of Hercules. It's the oldest lighthouse in the world, and it's still in use today. Other places worth visiting in La Coruña are the gardens and scenic viewpoints. This is the Monte de San Pedro, which, along with the nearby Monte de Benz, make up 100,000 square metres of greenbelt land. It's also a scenic viewpoint towards Coruña and all the coastal region called the Golfo Ártabro. The best coastal defence around in the 1920s can be found on this hill, called Monte de San Pedro. You can also see the sunset by the coast of Death, with the Las Cisagas behind you. And there's also the World's End at Finisterre.
I'm Pedro Mosquera, and I play for Deportivo La Coruña. This is the La Coruña seafront and the beach promenade. This is the Riazor Stadium, where we play at the weekend. We love coming here every fortnight to play. Here you can do anything really. Lots of people come here to exercise. It might not seem like it, but the sun shines in La Coruña on many days of the year. We can go to the beach, and there's a stunning bay. It's a very special place. I really like it here. I like the sea. This is the Riazor Stadium nearby, and there's lots of people have a bite to eat with sea views. It's a good place to hang out. Right here next to the Riazor Stadium, this is a place where people come before and after a game to have a bite to eat. The views of the bay of La Coruña are stunning.
Enjoy your meal.
Thank you. These are traditional tapas from La Coruña. The croquettes are made with mussels, which can be found locally. The local salad is also unique. It's a great place as you're on the beach next to the stadium. And it's a perfect day to enjoy some local Galician cuisine. You should all come and visit this wonderful city.
This is the Plaza Maria Pita. It's the most famous square in La Coruña. It's very busy. The town hall is right behind the square. Deportivo La Coruña parade their trophies here after taking them first to Cuatro Caminos, the city's main artery. It's a great place and a must-see when you're in La Coruña. We're now going to visit an area where there are lots of bars and places to eat really well. Can I have some Spanish omelette, some croquettes, and some chorizo and potatoes?
Okay, I'll take them over.
The tapas are really famous and everyone here has heard of them. We're now going to order a famous local Spanish omelette from La Coruña, some croquettes, and some chorizo and potatoes. This here is a local Galician white wine called Albarino. This variety is called Los Ribera Sacra. It's very light and perfect for a sunny day like today. Cheers. Everyone who comes to La Coruña must visit the famous La Franja street, where they'll find lots of bars and places to have tapas. A big hello to everyone.
Right now, La Coruña is one of the most recognized cities in the country for Spanish cuisine. It's definitely the most recognized city in Galicia for food. There are many reasons why. Seafood is very typical here. La Coruña is famous for fish and shellfish. In addition to traditional cuisine, in the last few years, there's been a new, more modern cuisine on offer. It's called Atlantic cooking. It uses the same ingredients and produce, but the cooking is done in a different style. In La Coruña, there are several Michelin-star restaurants, many more than the average number for a city of this size.
Arbore is a restaurant that's a bit different from the rest. It's a restaurant which plays with and combines different flavors. We want every day here to feel like it's New Year's Eve. We're going to prepare a special bun with free-range chicken, Norway lobsters, periwinkles, barnacles and spicy peppers. We steam the mollete bun for 6 minutes, and we then use the steamed bread to wrap the free-range chicken.
We cook the octopus in this style, afera. It's very easy. You have to find quality ingredients, that's the key. And use a copper pot. Then you put in the octopus and you cook it for a certain time, depending on its size. For this one, about 25 minutes.
Then you add rock salt, spicy peppers, and extra virgin olive oil. And that is that.
La Coruña is a fashion capital, probably of the whole world, due to the fact that we have the headquarters of Zara here, and because fashion is a part of the city's fabric. You can see that in the leisure possibilities here, and in the small shops that sit next to all the major chains here.
It's a club that the people really feel. They feel part of Depor. And it's really an example worldwide for cities that aren't Madrid or Barcelona, in the case of Spain, or Seville or Bilbao, perhaps, the big capitals. It's one of Spain's historic clubs. We're 10th, in fact, in the all-time La Liga table. And well, over the years, we've had a bit of everything. We've been in the first division and the second.
That's the end, and Deportivo have been relegated. Deportivo La Coruña are back in La Liga once more.
A league title is a really difficult thing to achieve. I think it's the biggest thing, really, and perhaps the most difficult thing to achieve. In a way, I think the system or La Liga owed Depor one. It's a shame we don't have two. It was really incredible what happened with the famous Djukic penalty in 1994 that didn't give us the league. These have been years in which we've suffered in a sporting sense. It's also true that when you save yourself at the end, well, you have that joy of what you've done, and at times you doubt if you can do it.
Deportivo La Coruña are safe with that draw in the Camp Nou against Barcelona. They've got the point they needed.
Perhaps I'd recall when we saved ourselves at the Camp Nou by drawing. Our delegate went to hug the Virgin of Montserrat a la Moreneta in the chapel that Barca have there.
When we made the final changes, there was still 6 minutes left of time added on, and 1 or 2 more of normal time to play. I went off to find the Virgin in the chapel and ask her to keep it at 2-2 so we could stay in the first division. And I was there hugging her for a while, and Piqué came up to me and said, "Look at you two. You're fine, you're safe." And I said to him, "If you can guarantee that, I'll go back out there." He laughed and I went back out, and the rest is history. The team was safe. The next season, when we went back to draw 2-2 again, I took some flowers to the Virgin. I asked the club and they kindly allowed me to put them next to her. But they were blue and maroon, the colours of Barca and Depor. And as we drew again, they told me jokingly that was it, that was enough. No more flowers.
Well, Javi is really loved at this club.
I've been at Deportivo for 31 years as the kit man. I started with the younger stage groups, and then in 2000, I started to work just for the first team. We have a good relationship. We're all friends. I know a lot of them personally, and they trust me. They know I'm discreet, and that's important in this world. And that way, you have no problem with anyone. It's like living a dream, full of people who love this side. When you go out on the pitch, you feel like just another fan. That's nice.
Depor's fans are the soul of the club. They're very enthusiastic. Right now, in terms of attendance, I think we're 8th or 9th in Spain. And it's a medium-sized stadium. We're talking about around 32,000 spectators.
Deportivo! Hey, hey, hey!
Deport.
Not much, just a keyring and a bracelet for the kid.
El día que me muera, yo quiero mi cajón azul y blanco, como mi corazón. ¡Vamos, Deport! ¡Hola! ¡Forza Deport! ¡Que gane el Deport! ¡Ahí se puede!
This is the best shirt in the world. Long live Deport.
We have always been Deport fans. All my family, everybody.
If you cut me open, you'll see I bleed blue and white.
We're going for the win today. Come on, Deport.
This year. It'll be this year.
¡Forza Deport!
1-3. No, I mean 3-1.
¡Forza Deport!
It's great to come and see Deport.
We'll win 3-1 today.